It says we are, but no, because I have to go to the other place and click go live.
Okay.
Okay. Now we should be live. Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is Isaiah Gabriel from isaiahbell.com, and this is the second talk with the Women Lighting the Way speakers. I'm just checking that we are live in the group, which for now we're not, despite what Facebook is telling me. I can't see my face nor yours. So just give me a second to make sure that we are here. No, we're not. There's still other people and other things happening. This is weird. Facebook has changed every algorithm. And so now we have to play. Doesn't play nice. Really doesn't play nice. Oh, gosh. Okay, we're going to pray that it records. No, there we are. Yes.
Yeah, we're live.
There we are. Okay. Yes, we are live. Absolutely. So, let me go. I'm going to trust this. So welcome, everyone, and welcome, Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
So Sarah is another one of the speakers of Women Lighting the Way, edition 2025. In case you have no clue what Women Lighting the Way is, and although we are in Women Lighting the Way Facebook group, Women Lighting the Way is a summit that is all about women coming to tell their story, to inspire other women to just own their own stories and find their own stories and work around it. This year, I'm really excited because there's 25 women who accepted my invitation to come and tell their stories. And I'm going to slowly interview all of these women, or at least as many as we can, before the actual summit on the 12th, 13th, and 14th of December 2025. Let me just remind you that you will not have access to anything from this group, from this Facebook group. You have to register as an attendee, and the link will be in the comments. I will put it right now before I completely forget. And then we are going to do this little crazy interview. So basically, the point is I have two questions around stories and our stories. And these questions are more or less serious. The first one is more serious. So the general theme is for you, Sarah, randomly picked, is called First Independence. And my question would be, when did you first feel in your life truly independent? And what did that moment reveal to you?
Oh, wow. Okay. Independence is one of my core values. So I love this question. I absolutely love this question. It's even more than freedom for me. So independence. With hindsight, probably when I decided to go to Manchester University, which was 6 hours from my family. At the time in the 80s, it was a very, very long way away. And it was really like breaking away from everything that I'd ever done, ever known, and just really sort of creating a new life and probably thinking about it, really starting to become who I am now, and who I probably was not being. I was living up to other people's expectations, standards, whatever. And I'll always remember, I mean, it's really funny now. At the time, it wasn't that funny for my parents. But they took me up to Manchester, left me as a very young 18-year-old, quite naive in their eyes, sort of pretty type. And then 2 months later, when I came back from university for the holidays, I had totally changed my hairstyle. I was wearing Dr. Martens boots, fishnet tights with holes in, a mini skirt, and an old-fashioned blazer that I'd bought from a flea market. And I always remember turning up at their door, knocking on the door.
It was like, who are you?
So that was honestly just a look of shock. And also, I used to drink white wine. I still do sometimes. But they brought my favorite white wine. And so they said, would you like a glass of white wine? I said, no, I want a beer. And it was just hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. So that for me, I think, is when like I really had my first independence. It was just being free is really important as well. But
Being
just
your own person, right?
just being my own person and really leaning into like it's not a dark side at all, but like the other side of me that is there and still today, but that had never really come out. So yeah, does that answer your question?
I really like that. This idea that we have growing up, we kind of have this good girl, persona that we are. But then at some point, there's also kind of a pixie, fun pixie in there that wants a beer.
You know,
And the shock that represents for the parents. I love that.
honestly, yeah, it was just the whole thing. It was like the hairstyle, just everything, the clothes, the whole lot. One of my 2 cats is called Pixie. Isn't that funny?
I love that. And what I find really interesting is that the word independent could have been heard in whatever sense you decide to make it. It could have been financially independent or whatever, but there it's really this cutting of the umbilical cord, basically, that from the family or from the values. And then obviously my next question, which is the fun-like question, is going to fit right in, because my question is, what was the most rebellious thing that younger you thought was absolutely genius and magnificent, and that, the rest of the world, or maybe the tradition in your family or in your community, would find outrageous?
Oh, wow.
Is it the fishnet stockings, or do we have worse?
No, we need to be careful, right, of what we share. I think one of the things actually goes back to what I've just said, which was about the clothes. Because my mum and dad had always made sure that we had nice clothes, and whatever. And I just love going to, secondhand clothes stores, flea markets, things like that, because you can actually, and even today, really find good bargains and brilliant things that we can't find anymore. So I think, that was one of them, to be perfectly honest, because not only did I do that, I bought my 2 younger brothers some clothes from there as well and gifted them for Christmas.
Oh, I love that. Even.
So that was one of
contaminate.
Exactly. But also at the time, one of the things that I did as well was coming over to live in France, because
wow, talk about rebellion.
just simply because nobody had ever done it before in my family. And when I announced that I was going to marry a Frenchman, one of my grandparents was actually quite horrified, and she was like, well, why does she need to go and marry a Frenchman, So it really did feel at the time as though I was going against everything in the family. And still today, to be honest, I mean, a lot of them, bless them, they don't really think the way that I do. We don't share the same points of view or whatever. And so I've always felt very, very different to the rest of my family. So I suppose that was another act of rebellion. But there was something else, I'm sure, that wanted to come through. I'm just trying to think. It's gone. So obviously wasn't
Never mind. I'm gonna just dare and ask if you think we are from the same generation or roughly the same age, because the picture of you, I really, really remember Desperately Seeking Susan, the movie with Madonna. And I really saw you in there. It's like, oh, and I was in London actually when the movie came out, and I went to a flea market in Camden Market and I bought myself the fishnet stockings and the whole thing. So
okay, right. Well, that's another rebellious thing then as well, because
so
I loved that movie. And that's just reminded me of what I can say it now, because I'm much, much, much older. I went to a bar with my girlfriends. We were 15 and we pretended we were 18, and we got alcohol, and we'd just been to see the film. I just love it, this connection that we have, right? We didn't know, did we?
No, absolutely not.
So we went to
really the blazer. You talked about the blazer. I bought myself a blazer in Camden Market to be that woman. I felt like this. I wanted to be not Madonna, because Madonna was out of range. I actually somewhere have a photo of me dressed as the what's her name from the movie, and it's like, yeah, that was also a very rebellious thing for me to
Yeah,
share.
yeah.
Um,
Because, yeah, I
I'm
mean,
loving these interviews because we end up having, last yesterday I talked with Katrina and we had something in common. Now we find something in common really fascinating.
yeah, it
That's why
is.
the power of telling your story and of listening to other women's story is so incredible because we feel seen,
Yes.
and we feel also so less alone. Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, so I'm going to thank you so much for being part of the summit, but also for daring to answer my weird questions live and without preparation, which is the best way we can do it.
Yeah.
Remind everyone that if you do not subscribe and become not subscribe, sorry, register and book your free ticket to the summit, you will not hear the rest of Sarah's story. And believe me, there's more to it. I mean, she did come to France. And there's another 24 stories, including you can't even imagine.
Mm.
So please come and join us. We also will have live panels where you can come and ask your questions to Sarah about the fishnets or whatever.
Whatever.
Thank you so much for being with me today, and bye for now.
Thank you.